Oh, Liz Cheney, you just got called.
Very angry response to that. Tony described him as being irate. The president said something to the effect of, "I'm the effing president. Take me up to the Capitol now." To which Bobby responded, "Sir, we have to go back to the West Wing." The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol." Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel. And when Mr. Ornato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
And was Mr. Engel in the room as Mr. Ornato told you this story?
He was.
Did Mr. Engel correct or disagree?
So look, the primary issue today surrounding Liz Cheney centers around allegations from House Republicans that she should be investigated for potentially breaking numerous federal laws related to her role on the January 6th committee. Specifically, there are no accusations of witness tampering involving her interactions with, there are accusations. I don't know why I said there aren't. There are accusations of witness tampering involving her interactions with Cassidy Hutchinson, a key witness in an investigation into January 6th in 2021 with the Capitol attack. Now, you just seen Cassidy giving her recount of what took place that day. You see Liz Cheney up there just, oh, yeah. But House Republicans have concluded that Cheney should be prosecuted for her actions during the investigation, with claims that she engaged in activities that could be considered witness tampering. This has led to calls for an FBI investigation into her conduct. And we have some receipts, man. We got some text messages with Cassidy Hutchinson. Let's go and dive into that right now. Yep. They show multiple calls between Cheney and Hutchinson without lawyers present. In fact, Hutchinson was sharing her lawyer's private text messages with Cheney. Really? What? Hi, this is Cassidy. I'm sorry for reaching out this way, but I was hoping to have a private conversation with you soon if you are willing. I would be happy to. Let me know what time works for you. Y'all. Here we go now. Somebody says, she then replied, Cassidy, that is, "I'm free all day for a call or in person, whichever you prefer. I really, really appreciate this." Then there was a call January 6th, looked like at 12:13. At 12:14, it says, "Give me a call when it's good for you. Is now okay? Can we aim for one that works? I'm sorry I miss you. Please call when you have a moment. I'm worried to initiate the call in case you are tied up with something." Somebody said, she then replied, "We'll call shortly. Got stuck on another call." Yeah, we reading all these. She said, "Just for your something, just something. I don't know what does FYSA mean? For your something for your, I feel old. Anyhow, what does this say? It won't let me zoom in. Let me see if I can open it in another. For your situational awareness. I'm on the phone right now and they just confirmed that. For your situational awareness. Okay. With DOJ refusing to hold Mark and what is that? Scathing and contempt. And with committee talking about you to the press again, I don't see why we do anything more with them. There is a small element of risk to refusing to corroborate, but I think it's the best move for you. Do you agree? Did they reach out about the live hearing? She replied, "I don't." This is between Hutchinson and her lawyer, by the way. Oh, wow. Hold on. Drop my headphone. As you can see, like I said, she then replied, "Did they reach out about the hearing? I don't want to gamble with being held in contempt, Stefan. I'm sorry, but I just don't think I can do it." They have not. Oh, okay. Let's get back to the text message. "Can I give you a call tomorrow?" "Of course. Everything okay?" I'm saying she belong in prison just looking at that. Just looking at that right here, man. They got the... No. Now, what are the odds of Liz Cheney fleeing the country before Trump's inauguration? That's what I want to know. Now, I, like you, believe the same thing. She belongs in prison, and I hope they investigate the whole January 6th committee and everybody that was involved, especially the likes of a Nancy Pelosi, for sure, you know, who's on video literally, how do I say this? She's on video caught in the act of undermining Donald Trump and creating what we seen happen that day. Somebody say, you mean the J6 committee was a sham? I'm shocked. Will Biden pardon her? Can he do that legally? And can she still be tried for felony treason? Oh, that's definitely tampering with a witness and perfect reason for jail time for sure, man. She definitely is going to lose her credentials. And if she don't, yeah, we know why.
Cassidy Hutchinson, I saw you went and gave her a hug after she testified.
It was unpatriotic. It was un-American. We were watching the Capitol building get defaced over a lie.
Why did she go where so few have gone before?
What Cassidy Hutchinson did was an unbelievable example of bravery and of courage and patriotism in the face of real pressure.
The president said something to the effect of, I'm the effing president, take me up to the Capitol now. To which Bobby responded, sir, we have to go back to the West Wing. The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel.
People have outright said that she's not telling the truth, that Cassidy Hutchinson's not telling the truth about what happened in the presidential motorcade.
The committee is not going to stand by and watch her character be assassinated by anonymous sources and by men who are claiming executive privilege. And so we look forward very much to additional testimony under oath on a whole range of issues.
And we got Jack, who tweeted at Alyssa Farah saying, did you help Liz Cheney get Cassidy Hutchinson's, Hutchinson's, why did I do that? Get Cassidy Hutchinson to change her testimony. Dude, I'm sorry, did you know that witness tampering is a federal crime? And this message reads, I know you're busy, but is there a chance you've touched bases with anyone about what we talked about Tuesday night? Is I think what she was trying to say. Hey, yeah, so I reached out to Liz. She agreed to keep our convo totally confidential. She said she admires you, and she could tell that you want to do the right thing from your testimony. Her one concern was so long, and you have counsel. She can't really ethically talk to you without him, but what she suggests is a follow-up with you, with your lawyer, that she and Dan George can lead, probably can do without other members in town. Does that help at all? I can tell she really wants to work with you and is just trying to figure out the right way to do it. The reply to that was, I mean, do you think this is actually of interest to her at this point? Or is it most like you, what? Or is it Mott? Like, have they moved beyond it? Oh, it's very much interest, very much of interest. She basically just wants to structure it in a way you are comfortable with and wants to make sure it's clear if you speak to them again. It's them asking, not you, so you don't have to get in trouble. Throw them up in prison, as you see right here. I'm going to be totally honest with y'all. I'm just now getting brushed up on this whole situation. I don't know who Alyssa Farah is. Oh, wow, my camera just decided to go black on me. Well, what y'all see is about as much as I know up until, you know, I just read what I read, obviously. And of course, Donald Trump had to chime in. Liz Cheney could be in a lot of trouble based on the evidence obtained by the subcommittee, which states that numerous federal laws were likely broken by Liz Cheney, and those violations should be investigated by the FBI. Thank you, Congressman Barry Loudermilk, on a job well done. Newsmax by Greg Kelly. Yeah, man, Donald Trump is definitely somebody who will get the job done. And the pardon is the only thing that's going to save him. I'm telling y'all, like, Kash Patel is going to make sure that. Let's check out this clip with him and Benny Johnson.
Is this illegal?
Yes. I was the first person subpoenaed by the Unselect Committee
My transcript was the last one released, even though they wrote to us and my attorneys that we would release it. And this committee, it doesn't surprise me that they're burying and destroying evidence. I submitted into my transcript, into my sworn deposition testimony, 5 government reports from the Biden administration that they excluded from my testimony. The same thing they did in Colorado when I was the lead witness for Donald Trump. They excluded the Mayor Bowser letter where she refused Donald Trump's request authorization for National Guard, the Nancy Pelosi demand where she issued an edict to the Capitol Police saying, in writing, no to the National Guard. This was the crux of the insurrection narrative, and the 2 documents that exonerate President Trump were excluded, and they weren't written by Donald Trump. They were written by Pelosi and Bowser and the Capitol Police. And it gets worse. Joe Biden's Department of Defense Inspector General, Joe Biden's DOD IG, reviewed January 6th, and his findings were the following. And I submitted that to the January 6th committee. The Trump administration and its Department of Defense before, during, and after January 6th acted appropriately, swiftly, and in accordance with the law when it came to the deployment of the National Guard. How can that be a finding of Joe Biden's Inspector General and Donald Trump still be prosecuted for insurrection?
She's going to be the weak link, and she obviously was the weak link. And that's why we here on the program devoted so much time and energy to collecting her text messages and her text messages with Alyssa Farah, and then eventually her text messages with Liz Cheney. Oh no, you should have set up auto delete, Hutch. What were you thinking? Don't ever put, by the way, now we know why the J6 committee deleted all their communications, because you don't want to have stuff like this floating around out there. And then you let a guy like Jack Posobiec on Human Events Daily find it, because you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble. And that's exactly where Cassidy Hutchinson, Alyssa Farah, and Liz Cheney find themselves now. Suborning perjury, federal crime, conspiracy against rights, federal crime, witness tampering, federal crime. And here's the issue, okay? And this all comes out in the Loudermilk memo earlier today, where essentially they found that Liz Cheney, and we have the text messages there, was having discussions and then using Alyssa Farah as a go-between and having these back-channel discussions, direct discussions with Cassidy Hutchinson, with the Hutch, before she testified publicly. So remember, there was the closed-door testimony and the public testimony. Well, her testimony changed in between those times. Why did it change? Well, Liz Cheney and Alyssa Farah had some conversations with her in between there, and there were material changes to the testimony. Almost like, I don't know, like the vice chair of the January 6th committee was tampering with a witness to encourage her to perjure herself under oath. And that's exactly what she did in prime time and in 4K. So Liz Cheney, preserve your records.
I'm just going to tell you straight up, Miss Cheney, it ain't looking good for you. It ain't looking good for you at all, you know. And you are definitely getting what you deserve. You sit here and collude and conspire with these people to try to take this man down for political lawfare, warfare, whatever you want to call it, versus just doing everything by the book. Sitting here coursing the witness like this. Yeah, you deserve everything that's coming your way. Collusion, collusion, collusion. These people need to be held accountable, and she needs to do it in an orange jumpsuit. And I promise you, she's gonna look her best. I do not hear one Democrat coming to the defense of Liz Cheney either. So that says a lot.